Hey everyone! The last year I spent a lot of time learning Korean, and a few months I also showed you how I learn Korean and how I stick to routines and how I stay motivated. And now the final days are coming. In 6 days, I will fly to Korea and join language school there for 2 weeks. I hope I can show you a few things there. But yeah, nevertheless, I expected to learn the whole year intensively Korean like I have done it the whole time and spend a lot of hours and have a huge progress. But the last 2 months, I had not really the energy to do this. So often I see videos like, oh, how to manage your schedule if you have no time, how to manage all your hobbies if you have no time, how to get time for everything. And I think sometimes it's not the problem that you don't have time, it's the problem that you don't have energy. So I just started a new job in a new team for 2 months. 2 months ago. I had a lot of new tasks and new people in the team, and yeah, that's for me something that takes a lot of energy. And after work, I just laid down on my sofa and did not do anything and had no energy for anything, just for watching TV and chill and don't wanted to do any of my hobbies. So I want to do today a video for you guys how to maintain your language level if you have no energy at all. Language learning is a lifelong hobby, and if you're doing something over a long period of time in your life, it can happen, and there's the high probability that you will have a time in your life where you don't have any energy. For example, you start with university, then you have so many new lectures, so many new people, so many new tasks and to-dos you even had not before. A lot of things are changing in your life, and of course, you don't really have the energy for learning and doing your hobbies you liked before doing. So what do? We take a break and focus on just maintaining what we already have achieved. And how can we do this? I think the good part of maintaining a language level is that it don't take so much effort and don't take so much energy like progress and learning something new. And it's just a personal experience from my side, so I'm not sure if there are any studies in the world that shows this, but just from my personal life I can say maintaining passively a language, I feel it's easier. I know I'm the queen of obvious things, but you just have to find activities that don't require any energy from you to maintain your language level. And we can end the video at this point, but I will give you a few examples. So my best example is listen to podcast in your target language. So you can listen to podcast everywhere, every time, and you can do it passively just in the background. Of course, you will not learn a language from this, but you can repeat a few words. You can sometimes listen to it more actively and then, oh, maybe you understand a sentence, or maybe you just try to guess, was this the topic of this interview? Was this the topic of this conversation? And then just be happy about every word that you remember. The other thing I can mention is, I know it's also not really effectively, but watching movies and series in your target language with subtitles in your native language. There were studies about it that it's not so effectively like watching the whole movie in the target language with subtitles in the target language. But I think this version is really and takes a lot of energy, is an effort to concentrate and do this really actively. And the other thing is just chill and watch a movie because you don't want to do anything else. So, and even then you can remember a few words, you can maybe understand a few sentences in your target language and just repeat and maintain. And the third thing I have is the minimal routine I already told you in another video. You should have a minimum routine that don't take any effort from you, because something like 5-minute Duolingo every day is not a routine that you will get fluent or that you will master language, of course not. But 5 minutes is more than nothing. And also, I think it remembers you every day that you want to achieve a specific level, that you want to learn this language. And if you don't have this routine and you take a few months break and don't learn the language, then maybe you forgot or will forget that you want to do this at all. And in 3 years you will think, oh yeah, true, I wanted to learn this language, there was a time and I did not do it. So, and if you have this 5 minutes a day, you're always remembered, and there will come the day that you came back, there will come the day that you come back and learn again actively with more routine and more time and energy if you have it. One thing I can say is it helps to have once a week a lesson for learning your target language with a teacher on Preply, or have once a week an hour with a friend who's speaking your target language or a tandem partner. Because if you have this scheduled meeting, maybe you don't have the energy to go there or do this. I know I have this problem also, but it's something that you cannot reschedule or say that you don't have the time, because you are forced to do it, and once a week is not so much time and not so much energy, and it helps to just maintain. Don't be hard to yourself if you forget words and if you feel that you don't do any progress in these lessons, because you cannot expect to do progress if you don't have energy and time to learn. So just don't panic because if you have learned a word and you forget it, not so a worse thing, because learning something new takes a lot of time. Learning something a second or third time, it takes not so much time, because your brain already knew it and you just have to repeat it again, and then you will remember it in the future. So you can learn, for example, if you take a break from a language and then you learn it again, your progress will come quicker than when you started your first day in learning this language. Last but not least, I want to say, taking a break or a few weeks off from learning, or even a few months, is not so bad at all. We need breaks to have unconscious moments where our brain can rewire everything that we learned. Like, we learn a lot of things unconsciously during sleeping. Also, I think a few days off or a few weeks or months in a language can help that the brain just do these brain things. And if you come back to learn the language again or continue learning, then you will recognize that you maybe have a lot of things passively in your brain. So maybe you cannot speak so well anymore, but it will come back really quickly. So don't be afraid if you don't have the energy in this moment. Don't stress out and just search for things that feel good for you and give you energy, because even if you're really ambitious in learning languages, it's just a hobby, and a hobby should make fun and be a pleasure and give you energy and not take your energy. So with this last words, I wish you a nice week. Thanks for watching until this point, and if you liked it, leave a nice comment or a thumb. Bye bye.